jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
In the building, Big Blunts and Boxing on deck. Hot grease special. Let's get it, OG. You definitely already know what it is. NO, what's good with it? On deck in the building. What's happening, fam? Samar Warren on deck. What's good? Be grateful it's not a headstone. Nah, it's too light to be a headstone. This is not personal, man. This ain't personal. He just taking it personal, man. You know what I'm saying? Martell, are you there, Martell? You better be tuning in. I'm about to spin you up on some stuff. You and your people. I know your people up here leaning heavy. They got their ears up to the what he saying? What he saying? I'm about to tell you. Samar Warren on deck. Peace and blessings below. Salute WCS. Certified stamp. The like button and support the grind. No doubt about it. Much appreciated. And who would I be as a host without recognizing the hottest chat in the game? We are the A side. God damn it. The hottest chat in the game. We are the A side. You know what I'm saying? Don't steal my shit now. Don't steal my shit, y'all. We are the hottest chat in the game. The A side. You know what I'm saying? The A side. We always get the privilege. You know what I'm saying? We always get the privilege. Carlos Rosado on deck, man. What they do? The outlaw pugilist in the building. Salute to you. The LAB Lost Art of Boxing in the building. What's good there, Q? Fire Flame Spitter, what's good? What's good? Mass Fishing and Sports. Salute. Bandelli on deck. What's good, WCS? The hottest chat in the game. How did I miss part one? Hey, man, you got to stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay tuned. So if y'all don't already know, there was a situation that went down with Rick Glaser making another appearance, a grand appearance, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, right? And if y'all know, matter of fact, I'm gonna have Rick Glaser on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? This is on the beginning. I'm having him on. You know what I'm saying? The talk is shit. I'm gonna have Rick Glaser on tomorrow, y'all. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's coming to the WCS platform to see the hottest chat in the game, the A side of social medias. You goddamn know what it is. Shout out to Shaw News and Sauce Experience, aka Showtime Shaw, in the building. YTC Boxing is all. The far is at an all-time. Salute WCS in the chat. Popcorn on deck. Salute to you, man. What's good, Team Tucker on deck? So if y'all haven't been paying attention, right? Let me try to, build up. Let's build up the Lego blocks. All right, because I'm seeing some shit that's not age appropriate for the length of time I've been living in this world. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying to myself, no way, no how. If you're looking at the thumbnail, this is a reaction to Manager Marty, right? You know what I'm saying? Because somehow, some way, he's not getting what I'm saying, what my reaction is as a black man. Because now, hearing him whining the way he was, I have to address him again. You know what I'm saying? Because I never seen anyone just lose they wits off something and not pay attention. Like we always talk about education and intelligence and all that. Let's go back a little bit. First of all, Martell, that's his name, y'all. Since you want to bring up phones and tell me I got his number, yeah, I call you. You don't pick up. I didn't call you today, but I call you. You don't pick up. I left you a message too. You don't pick up. So don't bring that phone shit in here. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have did the same. I'm not. Hey, look, I'm not playing no patty cake baker's mind with you, dog. I'm not doing it. And look, I'm not even. Don't say I'm upset, emotion, bro. After what I'm seeing, that shit is laughable. But check this out. Y'all remember when I said that Marty was down here? He said I'm in Atlanta, and we went and broke bread, right? Me and another boxer. Before then, Marty showed me some stuff about the manager position, which I consider to be information that I didn't know. Template information. Some of it was right, some of it wasn't. But I didn't say anything about it. But I felt that he was knowledgeable about his managerial template as far as the amount of knowledge that he has to talk on the position. I mean, being a manager, it's so many areas that you have to know. And some areas you won't really be able to talk about unless you had experience. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got that experience. A manager part when it comes to the YTC, truth be told, it's like a speck of pepper on mashed potatoes. You know what I'm saying? It's like a speck of pepper on the mashed potatoes. It's not really that big when you're talking about to the naked eye. Really, it isn't. He may speak about it on his channel, and I don't knock him for that. Whatever he knows about being a manager, cool. But we talk boxing over here. We talk boxing on the YTC. You know, people might talk about percentages and all that other stuff, but we're talking about boxing. We're not talking about managerial shit because it's too easy to be broken down without being a manager. It's too easy. It's too easy to dive into and break that shit down when that's not even your primary focus. That's not even my interest. No managerial shit. Like I don't hear managers going around here bragging that they're a boxing manager. I don't see so many boxing managers. It is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them are freaking, miserable individuals because that managerial position gets you screwed over so much, bro. It can get you screwed over so much. Managing fighters. You know what I'm saying? That's just the lay of the land. But he came down here and I gave him his props, on certain things. Like he was telling me about a specific fighter on, you know, how Top Rank called him up and looked at how long prior to he had his fight and how long it was before he had his next fight, before he took his first defeat. Okay. I can line that up. You know what I'm saying? I can line that up. No problem. He told me some wrong stuff talking about, you know, um, the red corner was always the A side, the blue corner was always the B side. I took notes now. You know what I'm saying? Since we bringing up receipts now, he told me the red was always the A side, the blue was already the B side. Well, that's not the true. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about receipts? Let's look at the freaking Spence and Crawford fight. Spence was the blue and Crawford was the red. Just so you can know, I don't want to light too much smoke on you now. I know how you like preaching. You know what I'm saying? I know how you like preaching. I'm just giving you a little bit of salt on it. Just a little bit of salt. The goddamn seasoning. That's not correct. Okay. And you told me some stuff depending on the state athletic commission. B-side paid more than prospect. Last minute replacement opponent, all those other stuff he was talking to me about. And look, he told me some things that I didn't know as a in boxing. Like I'm not into boxing like that. I'm media. Okay. I'm media. So here we go. We get to a point where I gave this man his props. I say he know what he's supposed to know when it comes to the managerial. You took it upon yourself to play audio, which I know it's kind of pointless for you to play the audio, because if you look at what I was saying about you and Rick Glaser, I said Rick Glaser was educating you. Rick Glaser was educating you. That's where me and you separate there, Martell. That's what me and you separate. I pay attention to the small things. Sometimes you have attention lapses. You just be all riled up and you don't pay attention. And Rick Glacier exposed some of those areas where you don't pay attention. So that's why you was left out there looking different. You know what I'm saying? Looking charming different, my brother. I never once said in any of them tweets that you didn't know shit about boxing. I never said that. I said Rick Glacier was educating you. You know what I don't have patience for is when someone always wants to invite you over. They always want to talk about their strength, their strongest area of boxing. You cannot talk about boxing as a whole and always tie it into the business. Okay? Boxing knowledge is so much in surplus. I mean, it's so many branches out there for you to eat from when it comes to boxing knowledge to speak about the sport. It don't always tie into no business stuff. If you strong in the business and you know a point of what you know, just say, I don't know too much about the managerial side, and you do. Of course, I'm going to compliment you and say, this is what you knew, and this is what you taught me. Haven't I not told my chat that if somebody teaches me something, I say, okay, they teach me. So I said, Manager Martell, he told me something I didn't know about managerial. He didn't teach me shit about boxing now. He told me something about the managerial part, the manager part, right? Martell. So therefore, I gave him props and kudos on that. Unlike other people that take your shit and don't give you props on anything, or cite you, or give you any type of credit. So you playing my audio, it was okay until you tried to pretend like I was a fan. Now, why would I try to be a fan of you? Did you read my tweets? Let me get this super chat right quick before we get cooking. And this is hot grease all day, every day. You already know where it's about to go. You already know. Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease, in the building with a $10 super chat. My brother, salute to you. Oh, Martell. His name is Martell there, Gumbo, because he took it upon himself. He wanted to put the phone up to the screen and show people that he got my number. Scotty. Like nobody don't know my name. You know what I'm saying? So let's call him Martell. His name isn't Marty, it's Martell. Okay? It's Martell. He said, oh, Marty, the mouth of YouTube. Chronic looks like WCS about to take your tennis racket and whack you with it. Hey man, look, I told Martell that this wasn't personal. But let me show you how, and appreciate, one of my heavy supporters, man, Mr. Gumbo. I appreciate you, big dog, for donating to the channel. And and salute to the hottest chat in the game, the A side. I already know how we do. You know what I'm saying? You already know how we do. But big shout out to Gumbo, man. I appreciate you. But I got to get back to the hot grease, big dog. So let's get to what I mean by not paying attention. So I did put out some tweets and I did splice some videos and put them out on Twitter because I felt it was necessary. Why? Because it gets to a point where, Martell, you have to understand one thing. When I talked to you on the phone and I told you straight up, I said, why are you so vested in Crawford? I say, why don't you talk about Errol Spence? He said, you want to run that slick talk on me, that, like you was hustling somebody, like you was just talking. And you say, no, I like both fighters. I don't put too much emphasis in the one than the other, or however you worded it, right? And I said, no, looking at your catalog, almost every one of your videos, majority of the percentage of your videos is about Terrence Crawford. So what's up with that? Like, I'm just asking him because I'm asking him questions because I already have some information, right? Since I'm a fan, since you want to say I'm a fan, let's break it open. Let's crack the egg, okay? So I asked him on the phone, since he brought the phone into it, Martell. I asked you, why are you haven't been on YouTube that long. Why you have so much vested interest into Bud Crawford? And you said, no, it's not no vested interest. I like both fighters. You running game. You know what I'm saying? You treat me like some average Joe off the street. I'm talking to you one on one, confidential, in private. All right, cool. So as I see that you continue to make videos about Bud and come to find out you are absolutely a Bud hater, right? I also asked you, I also informed you. I said, yeah, Marty, you talking about you just making videos, you running that bullshit game on me. And I said, no, I don't believe that. I say, you got a vendetta for real. You seem like you got a vendetta against Crawford. And I said, yeah, somebody told me you try to work with Crawford and he turned you down. He didn't want to work with you. And then what did you say, Marty, since you want to bring phones into it? What did you say? You laughed and you said, um, yeah, people gonna say you wouldn't mind telling me who told you that, huh? You never denied it. You never denied it. And that's gonna be my preface for as where I'm gonna go with why I left what I left, right? So you never denied it. And I said, you know what? I can't tell you who told me that. But people talk all the time. And they said you was mad because you wanted to work Bud and he didn't want to work with you. His team didn't give you, show you no love and attention. But see, I try to explain to people that's how Bud is. I got one interview off of him and I haven't been able to get one. That's how he is. They only social associate themselves with certain people, right? So that's on the phone with Marty, with the stuff he's playing audio of me giving him credit. What he taught me about the manager side, yeah, he knows about the manager side. But let's be clear, Marty. When you said I was a fan and you wanted to put that comment up there, you don't know more than I do about boxing. Your catalog don't match up to mine. You know what I'm saying? That's just the FACTZ. Let's just get it out there, Marty. Since you want to say I'm a fan, okay, Martell, let's get it out there. Yeah, you came down here. Did you let them know when we came down here while you were showing the picture who got the bill? I'm talking to the hottest chat in the game. See, I wasn't even personal with this dude. I'm still not, but I'm going to help him understand because he has lapses in attention to detail. That's why Rick Glaser departed. He left the building and dropped the mic. You know what I'm saying? Because you weren't paying attention because that man was kicking some FACTZ to you and you didn't want to give nobody credit. I don't respect that. Back to the dinner, since you want to mention that. He came over there. Now, Mr. Pragmatic, this guy, no problem with old boy, no problem with Marty on a personal level. Like I said, this is social media shit. People can't separate the social media shit. For real. What I feel about you on social media is just that. Did you tell them who footed the bill? To the hottest chat in the game. Did you hear him say who got the bill? Ask him who paid for everybody's meal. That's hospitality. He dropped in my city. I got the bill for everybody. It was me, Los, him, and his boy. I got the bill for everybody. He didn't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? While he's trying to sit up here and say, oh, we, he acting like I don't know. Why would I act like I don't know you, bro? Come on, that's childish. I never act like I didn't know you. I just worded it that way in the tweet to get your attention. And it played right into your hands because you up here going into personal shit. Just like you went and brought this man's wife into a man-to-man conversation. You know what I'm saying? I just put that guy just to get your attention. And you went and started showing people damn phone that you got my number. Who does that? Who does what you doing, bro? Something ain't right with you. Who does that, Martell? Who sits up here? Look, it's been plenty of times I said certain people had my number and then called me. But did I put the phone up there because you done put in a contact and it says World Combat Sports? You don't put in a contact and you want to tell the people it's me why you didn't call? Dude, what type of time you're not on? I'm just trying to figure it out. So when you let people know and show them the picture of us eating, you should have let them know I got the bill. Yeah, that's what hospitality is. I said, let's go out. You know what I'm saying? You rolled through whatever, you hit me up. I showed you hospitality and I got the bill. But as far as this being a fan stuff, you know you way out of pocket with that, Martell. Okay? Nobody is a fan of you. For what? Your catalog will never be heavier than mine. I'm not on YouTube to compete with you. You don't know more than boxing than me, bro. Jump outside that managerial position and all the template format points of reference that you know, and you won't be able to swim in that current, bro. I'm just being honest. And this is all social media, y'all. Because I have to explain that. I'm not gonna go on a preaching tangent like Martell, but he's putting phones up here. He's playing audio of me giving him props. I did. I say he knows boxing when it comes to the managerial part. I don't digress from that. What he informed me of is nothing that my chat haven't heard me say. I say if somebody educates me, I let them know. So you're not looking real good on that, Marty. You know what I'm saying? And for now, everybody who knows is that's not his name. His name is Martell. Since he want to put phones up there and say Scotty and all this and show people that he got my phone number, his name is Martell. So let's get into the tweets. But first, let me let you listen to this audio, y'all. I want you to hear this audio. And he said, once again, let me back up a little bit. Martell said that he let it slide the first two discs that I did. I wasn't dissing you, man. I was doing a reaction to what I disagreed with. Not one time did I go into your personal life. Not one time. Hey, this is the shit I'm talking about on this YTC. Not one time did I go into Martell's personal life. Not one time did I go into this man's personal life and drag out a family member and explain to the public what he has going on. If you would have been in a conversation with me like you would Rick Glaser, right? And you would have brought my wife into the conversation, I definitely would have been doing a headstone for you right now. And I would have let everybody know what I do know about your personal life. So I don't know where you get off acting like a lot of other these cats that was all rah rah rah, and you claiming your city, Philly, and I respect Philly. You know what I'm saying? Every city got killers. I respect Philly, but bro, you didn't even have to go there. You went up here and took a man-to-man conversation, and you pulled his wife into it because she's black. And you're talking about, don't do that, man. I know where you at. I'll come up there. Well, guess what? One thing I know about threats, brother. I just felt you was way, way out of line with that shit. And what you've been ranting and raving about all day is pitiful. Let's get to this audio, man. We'll get back to that shit. Let's get to this audio.
PBC fighters are not the only one fighting once a year. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking, Rick. Let's take Terrence Crawford over at ESPN. When he fought Sean Porter, right? He fought once a year. Nobody say nothing about him. He fought Cal Brooks, and a year later he fought Sean Porter.
True. That's not true. Let me talk. He turned down fights. Fights.
Who?
Terrence Crawford did. Not because of the...
So Martell, Rick Glaser is saying Terrence Crawford turned down fights. He just explained to you who he's specifying, because you're talking about the intricacies. You have these key words that you love to use, but I don't think you understand what intricacy means. It means complexity. It's complex, shit like that. But the part of saying, the intricacies and educate the audience and the viewership is grown up. You yourself have to understand and listen to yourself sometime, because you are in character and remediating the same thing over and over again. So when Rick Glaser was telling you something that you didn't know, you didn't even give the man credit. Like when you're debating, you didn't even give him credit. That's why I criticize when I'm on the helmet and some of these other cats that never give credit when you're right. You know what I'm saying? It take a different type of man to credit you when you're right. Say, yeah, you taught me something. So you bringing out this audio. Okay, let's talk about the audio. Let's get back to it.
Opponents, not because the opponents, because he didn't want to fight.
Name 2 fighters he turned down. Can you please?
Not because the opponents, because he didn't want to fight. The opponents, because he didn't want to fight. The opponents, not because the opponents, because he didn't want to fight. Turned down fights.
Who?
Terrence Crawford did. Not because of the opponents, not because the opponents, because he didn't want to fight.
Name 2 fighters he turned down. Can you please?
He didn't. I just said to you, he didn't turn down fighters. He turned down fights.
That's phase 6. Rick Glaser has explained to you as an adult, as a person that's been in boxing, no matter how you try to break this man down today, listen, I'm all about listening to what you said and what you wasn't able to receive. You refused to receive what he was giving you. And he told you some factual shit. He told you something that was absolutely true. He said he didn't turn down opponents. It's not about the opponents. And you say, name me 2 fighters. You're not listening. You're not listening. You fail to listen. You know what I'm saying? You always talk about your intricacies and perspectives and education and all that. Bro, you need to listen, because within that small little bubble of managerial credence that you live by, right? It's a lot more to the sport of boxing. It's a lot more than that, bro. A lot more. I've been there. I don't know what you've been doing, but I've never been a fan of Martell's. You know what I'm saying? I've been a fan of boxing. I've been a fan of fighters. Yes, sir. Listen.
Opportunity dates.
Give us 2.
They never didn't turn down fighters. He turned down fights. Opportunity dates.
Give us 2.
They never.
Give us 2
I
fights.
just said, are you fucking stupid? Are you a clown?
So Rick Glaser say, are you effing stupid? Are you a clown? You know what I'm saying? That's what Rick Glaser said. Are you effing stupid? Are you a clown? That's what Rick Glaser responds to him. He asked the question. You know what I'm saying? He asked a question. Rick Glaser asked a question. He didn't know. He didn't know if you was stupid or not, Marty. He didn't know if you was a clown. He was asking you. You know what I'm saying? Are you effing stupid? Rick Glaser was asking, he's proposing, he was presenting a question because he did not know the intricacies that you wasn't really privy to in the bubble of managerial skills that you have. Rick Glaser was asking, are you effing stupid? He was asking, are you a clown? Should you go on a whole tirade about Rick Glaser and bring his wife into it, brother? Real talk. Should you have brought the man's wife because he has a black wife? You made yourself look the softest of soft, my brother. I'm telling you, as a black man, all this threatening, you a driver of the Buffalo. Look, bro. When you start talking about, first Rick Glaser's an older guy and you want to try to make light of it, and then you get mad. Once again, another black person losing their mind, right? He want to get mad because Rick Glaser asked him a question. If you go to the court of law, there, Martell, because of assault, and they play this video back, and you give the reason for why you carried out or did what you did to Rick Glaser, and you're gonna say that part right there did it? Yeah, that part right there. He humiliated me. Don't nobody talk to me like that. I'm Martell. You know what I'm saying? I'm Martell. Don't nobody talk to me like that. So, sir, you trying to tell me? He said, are you effing stupid? Are you a clown? And that's why you felt you should go up here and prove to him, man to man, who you were. Oh, my God. When it comes to situations like this with my own people, you can't just shake your head. You got to be vocal about it. You got to be vocal about the stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so quick not to understand certain things. That's just like a white person calling us the N-word. and we just freaking lose it, right? Not understanding what we've been taught and what we've been made aware of forever and a day. Yeah, people get the taste slapped out their mouth. It depends on where you at. But he's acting like Rick Glaser called him out his name. He proposed a question to you. All you had to do was answer it. No, I'm not effing stupid, and I'm not a clown. And then possibly it could have went on. But you want to mute his mic. So this is where the smoke started to come up there, Marty, because you played yourself. Yeah, I got to go back to where you played yourself, brother. Hope you getting this audio. This is where you played yourself. So I said, Manager Marty say he been searching every crevice to debate at Real Rick Glaser 1, but found out his prevaricated agenda went up in flames. Marty was furious. Rick slammed the door, leaving the debate, and then bring race into it, mentioning his wife. I thought that was absolutely wrong. Hold on for a second. Let's get down to the fire. Since, he feels that bringing up audio and calling me a fan, let's be a fan of facts and receipts, right? Let's be a fan of that. All right. You said you've been searching high and long, and finally your guy was able to make this debate happen. You get Rick on your platform, which you have identified as him being an older guy and being a part of the sport of boxing for over 30 some years, right? You're aware of these freaking points of interest. You are aware of that, okay? Now that we've hit those wickets, you get the man on there, and your whole entire agenda is to try to make him be in the same position that you were when he left your platform. You was up there trying to humiliate the man. That's what you was trying to do. You was trying your best to humiliate. You think everybody falls for that street talking type of old school, oh man, I'm a product of my environment. This is the way we talk in Philly and all that. Listen, bro, you was talking to a grown man. Your whole intention was to make him feel like you felt when he left your platform. And you're not man enough to accept it, that he stepped out. He slammed the goddamn door and stepped and kept it moving. You try to call that man up and you want to leave a message. How smart are you? Dude, what are you doing? What are you talking about, calling somebody while you're on live and trying to goddamn trying to get him to pick up while you're on live? Dude, you're not speaking to a young kid, brother. Like, something's wrong with you, man. You're not the person who I thought you was when it comes to maturity. The barometer is much lower than I initially thought when it comes to your overall intelligence as a man, brother. The way you performed today, you've been on a whole rant about Rick Glaser and myself, and you want to bring his wife into it. You want to compare what happened to you outside of what you was trying to do to him. You was trying to actually be a cornball up in there, right? You wanted Rick Glaser to feel some type of way. You up there talking about bro, who does that to a person? You're trying to make him feel stupid. Everything he was telling you, right? The points that he was making, that was facts. All you said, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You up there shaking your head and shit. Like, it's taking me back to high school, dude. I'm like, when the girls used to point their hand and shake their head and twist it and shit, I'm like, what? You kept twisting your head to the side. Guess what? And guess what? And you was wrong, man. You was wrong, brother. Let's go to the next tweet. At Real Glaser educated Manager Marty with receipts after he was again incorrect saying Bud Crawford was signed to PBC. Is that hard enough? Look, is that too difficult? Didn't they just have a situation play out about Boo Sanders trying to get in contact with BLK Prime and potentially face Crawford, and all this mumbo jumbo was going on? And all along, Blue acting like he was involved in that. And I'm saying, well, where's the manager for Boot Sanders? because we can put this all to bed, because they're acting like they're about to make a fight without speaking to the manager. And see, when you are up here talking about all this managerial stuff, I never heard you once talk about where's the manager, since you call yourself Manager Marty. When they was making all this mumble jumble crap, all this gibberish about making a fight with Terrence Crawford, not nobody mentioned the manager. All they was Steven Espinosa on the phone, Bozy Ennis on the phone, and people were saying that Boots was signed with PBC. He was signed with Showtime. This is a perfect example. You're not doing your homework, because you said Canelo and Terrence Crawford, and in response to Rick Glaser saying that the money had dried up over at PBC, you up here talking about they had enough money to pay Crawford and Canelo. And he said, no, that's incorrect. He wasn't signed to PBC. He signed a contract. Errol Spence is signed with PBC. That's who is trying to become undisputed. This is the fight of all fights. You were wrong. All you say, guess what? Guess what? Bro, you was wrong. Admit you was wrong, man. If you can't admit you wrong, then that's every bit of what I think who you are as a person. You're unwilling to admit and give somebody their flowers when you're wrong. He schooled you on that. And you're not giving Rick credit for saying no, and adding an F-bomb in there. He would say, no, that's incorrect. It goes on to say Glacier was spot on. This is my tweet. Glacier was spot on with highlighting the intricacies of boxing business. Marty poked the wrong bear and bring race into it. It is poor taste. Now, people, listen to this. This is the dude that's saying, I'm a fan. Martell saying Scotty is a fan. This is where the maturity level of grown men comes into question. If they're not talking about emasculating insults, then they're talking about, oh, it's time for me to play the victim. And that's exactly what Martell did today. All these guys that get on here and rah, and then they want to submit paperwork behind the scene to get your channel taken down. But on the high side of it, they say your channel ain't shit to begin with. And they start comparing numbers. And I never seen nobody or heard somebody tell me that the YTC has a good, solid retirement plan. I never heard Shaw News tell me, hey man, I'm heavy equipment. I've been on my job for this long, but you know what? I'm thinking about quitting and become a full-time YouTuber because the retirement is better. I never heard him say some shit like that. I never heard anybody in the hottest chat in the game says that. So when people start talking about numbers, it makes no sense to me. The numbers of your channel does not gauge your level of intelligence. It is some cornballs out here that have their own channel. That's just the facts. That's just the fact. Let me let you hear something else that I put out there, right? Another piece of audio. Let me continue.
Hey, Rick.
I said to you, listen to me. I said to you, he turned down fights, not fighters.
Rick. I'm going to stop your mic right now, bro. I don't know what you're doing nobody else's channel, Rick. Don't.
So he felt some type of way because Rick picked up his tone on him because you kept fucking with him. All right. Yeah, you did. You kept poking the bear, bro. Yeah, you did. Hold on.
Showtime is financing everything PBC is doing now. Okay, PBC ran out of money. The reason why Jermell didn't fight the
fast forward
of fighters wanting to
pretty much what he said is like he said Showtime is financing PBC right now. You heard Manager Marty didn't deny it. Look, that was outside his scope of knowledge. He wasn't able to respond to it in a way that was effective for Rick to engage in a dialogue with him. It was outside your scope of knowledge, brother, and you should have acknowledged that. You wanted this man on here to debate. If you was going to bring this man on here to play big blocks, you know what I'm saying? To overtalk him, to sit up here and be theatrical and say, guess what? That everything he says is facts. Then it's pointless for you to bring somebody of his stature on here with the experience he had, whatever he's been doing in life. You've been talking about shit that's public record, bro. You sitting up here talking about, you know, what he did criminally and all that, bro. That's soft. How can you take him asking you, are you effing stupid? Are you a clown? To you trying to sit up here and talk about information that was being talked about before you even started your first live stream.
Fight competitive fights. Think he was gonna get that Polish guy who can't fight a lick, who's paying what? Trying to pay who? He's gonna get $2.5 or $3 million to fight him. Heyman and Showtime wanted to pay him $750 and he balked.
How do
That's
you know
what's
that,
going
Rick?
on. What?
No disrespect. I'm asking you, how do you know how much they was trying to pay this
Pay
guy?
attention, y'all.
How do I know who's paying what? Trying to pay who?
Abu, come on, Rick.
See how I'm talking about? You're up here crying about humiliation, and Rick is still in a calm tone talking to you, and you're sitting up here trying to make this guy look stupid. How old are you, Martell? Dude, how old are you, bro? You think you're not gonna get a guy as older? You ain't made it there yet, but when you get there, I'm pretty sure your tolerance will be much shorter than it is now. I tell you that. Believe me. And definitely when it comes to talking and trying to have a conversation with someone else that you believe that is an adult, and they're up here being antagonizing. That's exactly what you are. You was antagonizing this guy, and you was trying to put him in the same position that you was left in. You just didn't have chance to respond. But instead of Rick turning up, when you said that, he stayed on your panel and kept talking. That's some bomb ass shit right there. You just said, let's roll the tape again.
You smarter than that. I'm asking,
What's going on? What?
no disrespect. I'm asking you, how do you know how much they was trying to pay this guy?
How do I know who's paying what? Trying to pay who?
Abu, come on, Rick. You smarter than that. I'm asking you a direct question. Abu, come on, Rick. You smarter than that.
Who's paying what? Trying to pay who?
Abu, come on, Rick. You smarter.
So you see where I'm at with it? You want to do clown ass shit, but you mad because Rick addressed you as a grown man and left the building. You want to do clownish shit, but you're mad because Rick addressed you as a grown man and left the building, and you go all out to bring this man's personal stuff all to light, knowing that you got personal shit that's out there, brother. You're not perfect, and this is not anything personal for me. I'm not going to get personal with you because you got personal with Rick. That's not even my line of fire right now. My line of fire is addressing and giving the audience an overlay on how stupid, like some of the actions that you've been doing, bro, has nothing to do with the manager position of boxing, the management of boxing. Has absolutely nothing. This has something to do with you as a person, how much you despise a bud. You lying to a brother. You're lying to a brother, trying to pretend like, oh no, I'm gonna try to, you're gonna try to treat me like you was treating Rick. You try to, talk all like you all clever and sly and shit like that. And you're not respecting the man though. A grown man would have said, I don't like the nigga. Just like I can respect ETB. ETB said, I can't stand him. At least he told us straight up, I can't stand him. You up there trying to fabricate. No, I like both fighters. No, you don't. Because every other day, I don't heard you say things about Crawford, and now you up here talking about something that's totally off topic, really. Him having dents in his head and stuff, man. That's hatred. Let me keep the real going.
I'm asking you a direct question. How do you know that Al Heyman and Steven was trying to pay this guy a certain amount of money?
Jamel Charlo told people. He told multiple people. Multiple people.
I didn't hear him say that. That's why I'm asking.
So once again, Rick Glaser tells you Mel Charlo told people, and I remember hearing that when it came out. I remember. But just because you, this YouTube manager, right? Just because you didn't hear it, no one else heard it. So just because you didn't hear it, or you don't like it, you know what I'm saying? Or you wasn't privy to the information, all of a sudden it becomes non-factual. He told you where he got it from.
Well, he was pissed off. Told people. Told multiple people, actually.
Well, Rick, it sounds like you know a lot about PBC. Why don't you just go work for them? You know enough about their business.
I don't need to work for PBC.
So right now, Martell is advocating for PBC. Is that not the obvious? This guy's advocating for PBC like he's a worker. I see he was at the fight. I'm curious to know if you had credentials. No, probably not. Probably not. That's not what you do. But you're advocating extremely hard for a promotion where I don't see in your catalog that you've been able to cover fights at the promotions. I haven't seen in your catalog, really. I don't know if you have that criteria for me. And you got to know how to talk about boxing without talking about the bubble, the managerial bubble. This man was communicating with you. You know what I'm saying? And you're saying, since you know so much PBC, why don't you go work for him? Knowing the history, if you don't already know.
This is ultra successful. I do not need PBC. I don't need any one account. I have 47 clients. They're all happy and I'm happy.
And I'll tell you what, I'm even happy that you're doing well.
See, that's the sarcasm that I'm talking about. Like, you're not happy he's doing well because you're trying your best to disrespect him. So Rick told us how many clients he has, right? He said he has 47. How many clients do you have? Let's just crack the nut wide open. You talk about all this, showing people phone numbers and stuff, saying that you have my phone number, talking about I'm a fan. How many clients do you have right now? Where's your website? Since Rick Glaser could not get you to understand by dropping facts and being polite while you was trying to antagonize the man, what boxes do you have signed? And don't talk about that's confidential. Don't talk about it's confidential now. You said I was a fan. Oh, I got another nugget for the hottest chat in the game on this managerial stuff, Marty. You talking about I would sneak this and I wouldn't. I was just talking about the social media shit. Where are you at with some of the things you're trying to come up with? Not just with Bud Crawford you call the man a drug cheat, indentation in his head and all that. And then you're coming over here to Rick Glaser and you're trying to place him in a position that you was left with. And then when he places you in that position, you want to talk about coming up to him and, oh man, just because he said, are you effing stupid? Are you a clown? And you talking about coming up to this place in Buffalo. Come on, man. I swear to God, man, when it comes to my people, we do some dumb shit sometimes. We say some dumb ass shit, bro. You going up here pump faking and threatening people like you about to go throw your whole life away. You ain't thinking about your kids or nothing. You're going to threaten a man to ask you a question and you didn't answer it. How you going to tell the judge? All I did was go there to talk to him. That's what I told him. Man, come on, bro.
Thing about it, no problem. You're welcome. The thing about it that might sound misleading when you say that, and you did agree with me that, promoters do have fighters that they're having up in the up and coming ranks to pay.
Absolutely, but they don't overpay their fighter to fight them.
Hey, the bottom line is the fighters got paid. Isn't that what you and I in the business for the fighters to get paid?
No.
So he said you and I in the business. See, this is this fast talking bullshit that goes on. When you're trying to establish people, and you have all these people talking about, I'm here to establish the business of boxing. You cannot go up here and drive reckless in a conversation like this, Martell. You can't do it. It's not a good look, brother. It's not a good look for you to drive reckless up here talking to Rick Lacer when you're trying to show him that you're the better driver. This is your roadway. You said, isn't that what you and I in the business for? How do you know what his business is? He told you he was ultra successful, right? So when did he ever tell you he was a manager? When did you ever see Rick Lacer at a fight? What's your business position? You're a manager, right? So why would you say, isn't that what me and you in the business for? When did Rick tell you he was in the business? You're busy had concern on how he come up with these numbers, how he know the specifics right off the back, no hesitation. Shoot, you have a conversation with Bob Aaron, the man you hate for whatever reason. At 90 years old, he can still talk boxing with you.
No, I'm not.
That's what I'm in the business to get. That's
well,
why I'm in the business.
Well, that's why I'm not a manager. That's why I'm not a manager. Thank you.
So look, he say he's in the business for the fighters to get paid. Remember that. He's talking he's shaking his head. Martell, I'm in the business for the fighters to get paid. Then guess what? Why? And why? Where's your laundry list? Where's your laundry list of fighters? You're in the business for the fighters to get paid. Why aren't these fighters lining up for Martell management, right? If you don't have a laundry list of fighters because you're in the interest of the fighters getting paid, and that's very happy, that should bring a smile to the fighter's face. Why don't we see it? Why are you so afraid to let people know? You go to David McWater's Box Rec, you see all the goddamn managers. Cameron Duncan, you see all the freaking managers out there. It ain't no secret. That's not confidential information. Why we don't know who fighters you're managing?
So you're not.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy for the sport when the fighter gets overpaid.
I know it's not. You know why? That's the same thing Bob Arum said. That's because y'all can't get a piece of it.
That's it. Please.
Come on, Rick. We know the business, Rick.
Totally incorrect.
You see how I keep on antagonizing? See, a dude like this to play victim and bring race into it is pathetic. It's pitiful. It's shameful. You want to talk about black man? This a black man saying, I never said anything personal about you. But you showing people phone that you got my personal information. You letting people know me and you got contact. I mean, that's kind of, really close to twirling, bro. A whole full pirouette, though. Real talk, that shit right there. You're up here keep on poking and poking and poking like you ain't talking to an elder. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not talking to a grown ass man, bro. And then when he give it to you, just the way you wanted it, you say you're humiliated. He had racial undertones. No, that's bullshit, nigga. Period. That's bullshit, man. You made us look so bad, man. You made us look so bad over the past days. Something is wrong with your sense of thinking, bro. You haven't been educated enough on who you are as a black man in society. It is pitiful. The lowest form, bro. For you to go up here and put race into a situation and you kept on antagonizing this man. You kept on antagonizing him, bro.
We know the business, Rick. We know the business. I'm going to protect the integrity of the business, but you know what I'm trying to say, Rick.
No, you're protecting integrity of business by not overpaying people ridiculous amounts of money.
Hey, the fighters got paid. It's all about the fighters getting paid, not the matchmakers.
But the fighters...
He's talking about it's all about the fighters getting paid, knowing damn well the managers be ripping off the fighters. Why do we have the Ali Act and all that other stuff? The managers, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, the managers ripping off the fighters. They telling them one price when the budget's way bigger than that. Oh, it's all about the fighters getting paid. Okay. So where does the managers get the money for their fighters? The managers don't have the money. When they go there, they don't say, oh, this manager's Martell. No, it's the name of the promotion that's up there. It's the name of the promotion. Do they have a manager's name up at these fights? I never seen it. Shaw News, you seen the manager's name up there on the ringside? There's plenty of times we've been to the ringside shooting, doing the championship fights. I never seen no manager's name on the canvas. I never seen none of that. So you talking about it's all about the fighters getting paid, right? But where do you get your money from? Where do you get your money from? Because I know it's not one time that you can show us evidence that you ever met Al Heyman. And what is Al Heyman now? Do you even know? Is he an advisor or a manager? Are they two of the same? Which one is it?
The fighters aren't fighting often enough to overcome the difference. That's the problem.
Hey, they making it happen. Hey, and guess what? You seen what Showtime did. Like you said, they opened their checkbook up and they got the deal done.
So now he's trying to go back after Mr. Glazer, Rick Glazer, educated him when he said that Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, was accommodated by PBC. And he said that's not true because Rick Glazer was saying 900 plus million dried up. He said, no, it was Showtime. That's who did it. They're financiers. They're the finance. And then he came back and validated what Rick said. Oh, you see, so-and-so opened their checkbooks up, but you never gave the man credit. Man, this is too easy. You never gave the man credit at all. But you will go back and reference the point that he made. At that point in time, you should acknowledge that he told you something you didn't know, and he schooled you. And then you use his reference to come back and make your own point as if you know what you're talking about. No, brother, you are projecting new found information based off what Rick Glazer told you.
Isn't that the same thing that Top Rank does, Rick? They get the money from ESPN?
Absolutely, 100%. There's 100%.
What's the problem?
But the difference is Top Rank does 66 shows a year. What does PBC do? 18?
And guess what? You know this, and I said this before. You know ESPN budget is not bigger than Showtime's. And you
notice how every time Martell gets addressed and presented with facts, he say, and guess what? Man, it's almost like talking to a man. I swear, like you cannot have a conversation with people like this because they always want to everything you say. And guess what? And guess what? It's always guess what? This is not grown folk appropriation when you're having a dialogue. This isn't. This is much lower. This is much lower. No, this can't be equal. This can't be parallel universes here. We can't be communicating as grown adults, man. It's no way.
You know that, Rick.
ESPN budget is much bigger than Showtime's.
They don't get paid over there like Showtime and them do.
What are you talking about?
The fighters that fight on ESPN Plus and regular ESPN do not get paid for the same price point over there at Showtime pay-per-view. We both know that. I know you cool with them over there. You did business.
No. What you're talking about apples and oranges. You're talking about a company that only does 18 shows a year in PBC and Showtime when you're talking about a company that does 66 shows a year in Top Rank.
They can do 66 shows. Their fighters are getting paid less. Hello.
Okay.
You just said
but you're looking at it from a Democratic standpoint. I'm looking at it from a Republican. I'm about the business. You're about the sport and the fighter.
No, I'm about the business and the fighter.
No, you're not, because you're siding.
See how I just lied? You lied, bro. You say you all about the fighter getting paid. Rick schools you. He educates you. He takes you to the desk, sits you down, and goes up in front of and teaches you. You're the only student in the class, brother. You are the only one in class. He just schooled you again. You up here saying hello, and he's like, okay, hello. He just schooled you again. He say you're the Democrat. You're more so about the fighter. He's Republican. He's about the business. He's telling you, I'm on a higher scale than you are. The people I deal with is not the people you deal with. I don't have to ask permission to talk to the people that I talk to. You have to ask permission to speak to the people I talk to. You see how that bridge works? Yours doesn't exist unless somebody connects you up there. Rick is already up there. He's making phone calls to these people. He don't have to go through you because you're on a lower level than what he's used to. He just told you some shit, bro. You have been on record saying that you are about the fighter getting paid, and all of a sudden you're about the business and the fighter. See, man, you just be talking too fast. You really don't pay attention to what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You just don't pay attention to what you're saying. This man is basically there every twist and turn in every corner of your narrative. He's right there to shake it up, and you just continue to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And being a smart aleck, as we call. You know what I'm saying? You've been a smart aleck. You keep on trying to do the nanny boo boo type shit for a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to mark him. You know all those old school terms. You're trying to mark him, like we used to say. You're trying to imitate someone, so it's called marking them. You're trying to mark the man. Everything he tells you is not good enough. Let's get to this part 3. It says manager Marty mentioned he's all about the fighters, so he agreed for supersized purses to fighters who aren't fighting quality opposition. That's a fact, because you heard Martell himself say pretty much what? That he was all about the fighter getting paid. So what I put in here, was it disrespectful? Was it personal? No. Did I say I have his phone number? No. It's no obscenities in here at all. None at all. Somebody's seeming sensitive. Somebody's looking goddamn sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I go on to say, so he agreed to purchase the fighters who aren't fighting quality oppositions. This was in reference to Rick Glaser highlighting the money that evaporated over at PBC from overspending. Was I wrong? Like, who am I talking to? I'm talking and I'm covering an important reaction that you had with Rick Glaser, who happened to be a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I consider Rick Glaser a friend of mine. If you're trying to dictate what I can have white and black friends, I'm gonna tell you the goddamn go kick rocks barefooted. You feel me? You can't tell me what to do, because if you only is so called up here dealing with black fighters, then I expect you to be at the fights with that black power shirt on with the fist in the middle. You only goddamn manage black fighters. Hey, y'all, if you white, Mexican, European, Russian, Australian, and if you want manager freaking Martell to help you out, you better go get a tan first. You better find a nice beach and find that spot where the sun is beaming down just right, and get that skin tone all nice and toasty, because he's going to have a problem. Because goddamn it, he was up here whining and crying about white police officers. If you had a white police tell you that, would you take it? Oh, I believe that he mentioned that. Was it me that you said that I was up here dancing? Did you say a person from the South was up here, like you tried to insinuate to the people that I was sambo dancing or something like that? Oh, okay. Now, okay. I could have sworn, like when you was losing all your mental faculties or whatever, you was saying that I was dancing for Rick Glaser. Is that what you were trying to say? A man in his 50s, right? Who grew up around racism, probably more than you ever experienced. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, listen to you talk and how sensitive you got about Rick asking you 2 questions that you never answered. You know what I'm saying? He never answered. You never answer, were you stupid or were you a clown? You never answer him. Just put him in a text on his phone and say, hey, I apologize, but no, I'm not stupid. No, I'm not a clown. That's all you had to do. But you say I was dancing. If it serves me right, there, Martell. And listen to me and how this chatting in the game. Listen to me. I'm about to drop a gem on you about Martell, since it's all about phone numbers and stuff like that. And he want to pretend that I'm a fan of his, and I could have called him up, and he want to put information out there that that WCS, the audio, like I was going to digress. I'm not going to digress from the compliments that I gave you several months ago. Those compliments has nothing to do with Rick Glaser was schooling you on. Has nothing to do with it. Let me get to this audio before I drop this bomb on y'all. All right? Let me get back to this audio before I drop this bomb on y'all.
You're saying the fighters overpaid, it's all right. No, it's fucked up the business. You don't see it.
I see it. What it is let's keep it 100, Rick. You got 40 years in the business and you've been around since Don King, right? You've done work for Don King, correct, Rick?
Absolutely.
All right, then. So you understand the economic situation that fighters have been in for all of these years.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. Let me talk.
When fighters are getting quote unquote overpaid by your standard, not by the standard of the budget, but by your standard now and the competitor standard, right?
No, no, they're overpaid by the result. That's why they're only fighting once every 14 months.
No problem. But we know in this.
What did Rick just say? They're overpaid by the result. Let me talk to you all and educate y'all in the hottest chat in the game about the intricacies. I don't even have to know about the management, but I feel that I have enough common sense to speak on it. He's trying to basically reference how long he been in the game with Don King, right? That's what he's trying to do. And he's trying to now go to an economic, which makes no sense to anybody and everybody who's listening. He's trying to talk about economics. He's trying to say that Rick Glaser is unwilling to pay, unwilling to agree with overpaying fighters for low quality opposition, because he has said himself, he being Martell, manager Martell, he has been on record as saying he's all about the fighter getting paid, right? That's what he's saying. He's all about the fighter getting paid. And Rick addressed him and say, I'm a Republican. I'm all about the business. You're all about the fighter getting paid. No, I'm all about the business and the fight. He got schooled. All right. Then you want to talk about the economics. And Rick said it's all about the result. Isn't that what Terrence Crawford was criticized for? You remember when Bob Arum said he lost enough money to buy a house in Beverly Hills? Do y'all remember that? Why was that? Because Terrence Crawford's guarantee money was higher than most fighters get paid that's not pay-per-view fighters. You know, he had a high guarantee, and there was no way for Top Rank to recoup that money that they was so-called overpaying Terrence Crawford for having a high guarantee and something that they negotiated to be in his contract, which was extremely smart. But when it comes to Marty, he's trying to bleed in all of a sudden it's economic because it deals with numbers. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. He has no idea that the person that he's talking to is steps ahead of him. Rick is not wavering. He's not putting the clutch in neutral to cruise a little bit and then push the clutch down and goddamn slam it down and first gear to get up out of there. No, he's chilling. He's on cruise control with this shit. He didn't swerve over to the emergency lane and make a goddamn U-turn in traffic until this man struck a nerve with not paying attention, bro.
Business, and you know better than I do, being in this business for over 40 years, working with Don King, Bob Arum, and the rest of those guys who have a lot of tenure in this business, that so many times the fighters were not getting paid their just due, and the promoter was eating off the fatted calf. They were the only ones.
He's reading. Look, he's reading. He's looking down, reading notes, talking about what fighters was paid. You know how many fighters are in the sport of boxing? You know how many promoters and managers rip off fighters? Who are you talking about? You can never, ever think you're going to provide an overall consensus for a sport that's not regulated, a sport that's not even regulated. You think you're going to mush that all together like clay and make it into an organization? Man, boxing is a sport. It doesn't have a single commission, a single governing body, a president. It's not like mixed martial arts. So all this economic shit is frivolous information. All it is fillers just to change the goddamn subject to something that you believe you're educated in. No, you're still in the same position you were before you crossed over.
Benefiting financially, and the fighters wasn't. You agree with that, right?
No, I don't agree with that at all. Mike Tyson got $400 million. He went broke on his own volition because
his own volition. Smoked him out the blocks. No hesitation. No coughing. No. It don't matter how much facial expressions you make. You're getting smoked right now. Cooked, roasted, fried in the hot grease, brother.
overspent.
He got $400 million.
Oscar De La Hoya is worth $300 million today. Aaron paid him very well. He saved his money.
No, I'm not talking about the management of their finances. I'm talking about the contracts that lock these fighters in, and they're getting paid under the economic standard. And
under what? Under what? When Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter, he paid him $6 million and $4 million respectively. Heyman took the $4 million. He couldn't even go to purse bids. Did Aaron overpay him?
Terrence Crawford was under contract with Top Rank. We already know what his contract stated. What I'm basically getting at is,
but everything, people, listen to me. Everything he doesn't know that's public record. Rick is schooling him on certain areas of boxing, which I was talking about. This is where I was talking about. This is where I was doing the reaction. Because when I see my people out here trying to antagonize anybody, like I'm not being nosy. I'm listening. And I'm looking at what you try to BS me with. And then you up here trying to BS the audience, and you're trying to BS Rick. So I'm like, something's wrong with your integrity. You're talking about you want to preserve the integrity, but does boxing truly have integrity? Is it morals and principles? Come on, do we not see certain areas, corners being cut all the time? What are you talking about, the integrity? It ain't no such integrity when it comes to management. Why you can't put a list out of what your fighters you manage, bro? If you can't put a list out, like we can go on here for all the big time managers, they got a list of fighters they manage. Everybody knows, hey, I'm with so-and-so, I'm with so-and-so. But you're the only manager that's parading around here, Martell, and you don't want nobody to know who you're managing. So somebody help me, right? Somebody help me pass the word to Martell to do a live stream on the fighters that he's managing and how long he's been managing them. If you don't have any fighters in 2023 and you've been a manager for more than a week and you're coming online putting on a charade as if you're one of the top dogs when it comes to management, then it brings me to this question, Martell. Where is your fleet? Where is your inventory? Where is your inventory? We want to see inventory. Don't ask me for my inventory because I'm not saying I'm a manager. I want to know where is your inventory. We want to know where is Martell's inventory as a manager. If you don't have any inventory, right, outside of Philly, then you need to stop fooling the people. You need to stop fooling the people, bro, because you're going around here acting like everybody should just go off your word. And we live in a society where people want to be shown. People want to see it's action. You can go tell people you got 20 properties, but if you can't show them one, they're going to call bullshit, right? So maybe you should do a live more so not on me being a fan, right? Not on all them false accusations you made on Rick Glaser. Like a lot of other black people I know that was saying he was racist because he didn't like Deontay Wilder. No. That's not it, brother. You're making us look bad out here. You know what I'm saying? You're quick to throw the race card up there, talking about you're going to go up there to Buffalo and see the man because he asked you a freaking question and he used the F word. That's going to get you all riled up to throw it away. Forget the kids, forget the relatives, get mama, daddy, anybody who goddamn know me as a person in life who helped me become who I am today. Rick Glaser has the power to get me to throw all that shit away, all because you try to go in here and antagonize. Man, stop the fronting. Stop the front, nigga. What the hell you talking about? Stop the fronting.
What I'm basically getting at is for so many decades, these promoters have been making buku money hand over fist, and the fighter was left out to dry, making quote unquote under their market value. And you know that to be true.
No, I don't know that's true at all. Ali and Frazier got $5.5 million apiece. What do you, way back then? That's like fucking $50 million today.
Right.
What are you talking about?
How many Alis did we have to make that kind of money? Ali.
There was a lot of guys. There was a lot of guys. There was Frazier, Foreman, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto.
Frazier, Foreman, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran. He said it was only how many Alis did we have? Rick Glaser, no hesitation, no shifting gears, no pushing in the clutch, no slamming it down into first gear and trying to speed away. He told him, but yet Martell do not want to listen. Something's wrong with this guy.
And they all made millions of dollars.
And guess what?
Right, but that was in era. Let's use.
Oh
Ali.
my God. He just agreed. He made a point and said Ali, and you say, oh, how many Alis do we have? And then you switch it up and say era. It's the era that we're talking about. What era did you become a manager, bro? What era did you become a manager? How long is your life? Why can you produce a license even? Something ain't adding up. I'm calling BS. I'm sending up the red flags. We need to see inventory. Real talk. We need receipts.
Ali was the first one, and then you had Sugar Ray Leonard, who made $40,000 in his first fight. The next era, always one or two fighters that make the big bank in each era. What I'm talking about overall.
Did he just mention Sugar Ray Leonard, a fighter that Rick Glaser mentioned too? But yet you didn't credit him. You use his same talking points to make your point, for which the point was already made by Rick Glaser.
Overall, from the perspective of the business of boxing, overall, all of these fighters were not making the money that they really earned.
Oh, no.
They were being lowballed. And so what I'm saying to you is, if a fighter's getting overpaid according to your standard or the business standards of boxing, so what? They're putting their life on the line.
You're missing the point going back to your original statement about making superstars. If you're paying a guy $3 million and he's fighting over every 14 months, he gets lost in the shuffle of everything else, of all sports. It doesn't mean anything. If you're fighting 2 to 3 times a year and you're taking close to market value, let's say you're taking $1 million to $1.5 million. That's how you build a star. When Floyd was coming along, he was fighting three times a year. Oscar fought 5 times in 1 year and fought 3 and 4 times most years. That's how you make a star. Okay?
Right. I agree with you.
He agreed with him. You know why, people? Because God damn it, that shit was loaded, wasn't it? And we're talking about Independence Day, goddammit. It wasn't no regular firecrackers like that. No, we was talking about a Gatling gun just a while ago. Look, Rick Glaser was firing with a Gatling gun, y'all. There was like another scene out freaking The Predator. You know, when Arnold Schwarzenegger came in there, he was firing that Gatling gun. That's when Rick Glaser came out that bitch, and he was holding that Gatling gun. That's all you heard. And then look, Martell had no other recourse except it. Yeah, I agree. Of course you agree. He's goddamn slapping you up with a beaver tail, dog. Smack him, smack him, smack him, smack him, smack him.
Well, you're not with that economic, with Heyman's economic, whatever. I don't know if it's called a plan or what you call it. When you're fighting once every 14 months, you can't make stars. They're out too much. So instead of paying a guy $3 million once every 14 months, you fight him twice a year and you pay him $1.5 million a piece, and you build up a star. That's how you do it. PBC, well, they're not doing it.
I got you. PBC.
He said, I got you. Did he correct him? You got to understand the points of non-correction during this dialogue. Was it points that he was corrected? That he was not held accountable for putting out false information? It's all about, guess what? Every time you guess what? And guess what? And guess what? And guess what? No. It's more than that. It's more than that, Martell. It's more than guess what, Martell. It's more than that. You're talking about people's fans. This is what I do. This what I do. You to my people's fans. You trying to call me a fan. You trying to run that blue blood shit over here. You know what I'm saying? You're acting the same way you was criticizing that man for. But you get on a panel full of dudes and you want to check another black man, but yet when a white man check you and walk out the freaking door, you mad. You want to go up to his window. You better be careful about doing that shit. You know, white dudes be having them shotguns. They love shotguns, goddammit. And you know the kill radius of a shotgun when you talking about out the window. How could you put that on social media? Oh, man, come on, man. I represent my city. Oh, all of a sudden, I'm supposed to get the entire ATL. I want to tell them, hey, man, we need to go to war, man. Let me tell you, we need to go to war, dude. Man, dry that shit up, that soft ass shit up. What you mean we got to go to war? Man, Rick Glaser told me. Are you I did not say dry that shit up. Huh? Rick Glaser told me, ask me, am I fucking stupid? Am I a clown? Who's this Rick Glaser guy? What is it? He's on social media. He was racist too. How was he racist? He talked to me with racial undertones. What is racial undertones exactly? The tone that's under, buddy. Man, get this nigga out of here, man. You making us look bad. Get this nigga out of here. If you goddamn DP your ass right here on the spot. Get him out of our sight. This man is trying to have us go down for a guy who asked you 2 questions and you got mad and you try to add to it to bring your people. See, that's what they say about us black people. All you have to do is tell a lie and get a group of black people to go up here and throw their life away. Martell is the perfect example on how he can fabricate some BS on this social media shit. And you think a nigga ain't like me is not gonna goddamn call you out on it? Dude, you talking about something I gave you months ago. I gave you your props for managerial. This isn't it. This don't have nothing to do with managerial. Man, you're sitting up here getting schooled, smoked, cooked, and you bring race into it as an easy way to rally your people and act like, oh man, they already feel this way about Rick Glaser. Man, that is absurd, preposterous, bro. The way you sit up here and made us look like the worst type of people ever, man, when it comes to damn common sense and intelligence. You made some black people, not all, okay? Not all. Because we're not that easy. You can't encompass all of, but all the stupidity, the ones that love participating in this stupidity. You really had them wearing clown caps today. You really was up there trying to convince them that Rick Glaser had racial undertones by checking you. And you hear all these black channels out here dogging out fighters, you yourself included, dogging out black fighters. And you have the bitch assness to sit up here and talk about Rick Glaser said some racial undertones when y'all niggas up here dogging out black fighters all the time, dogging out other content creators all the time. And you're going to sit up here and bitch out and say, oh, well, Rick Glaser said racial undertones, what if it was a white cop or something? If that ain't the most bitch ass shit I ever heard on the YTC, when you want to talk about the soft, super soft, wet, nigga, you do the same shit. Y'all sit up here and criticize Crawford for every bit that you can get out of, that you can muster up every single week. And y'all sit up here and cry victim because Glaser pulled your card because you weren't listening and you was trying to taunt. You was trying to continue to taunt and humiliate him, but you felt humiliated once he left the building. That's not some grown man shit. That's not GMS, bro. That's not GMS right there. That's the HAS right there. That's some whole ass shit. Real talk.
Have built more stars than top rank in De La Hoya's. I'm just room.
Hold up. I lost my spot.
ruined the business and sport, and it ruined the mentality of fighters wanting to fight competitive fight. Told multiple people, actually.
I'm gonna chill with the audio. Y'all get the point. I'm done with all the audio. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to a point. Hold on for a second. I'm about to share another video, right? I want y'all to hear something. And this is where we just dehumanize ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Us as black people, we came so far, right? We came so far, but we seen on the YTC black men who are willing to sell themselves all the way out for nothing. They're still in the room and they're still getting on here bucking for super chats, selling out. And Martell wants to talk about economics. He wants to talk about economics. Well, what about the economics when you was talking about freaking Hank Lundy? What was the economics when Hank Lundy was in Nevada State Athletic Commission, signed to be the main event, and he dropped out to go with the BLK Prime and fight Adrian Broner there, Martell? Was that your fighter, Martell? Was Hank Lundy your fighter? Was Hank Lundy your fighter? I'm not going to do no swear to God shit on this now because my chat know what it is. Was Hank Lundy your fighter? Why did you advise that man, if you did, to go over there to BLK Prime and leave that whole card in limbo and attempt to make more money with Adrian Broner? Why would you do that? What business of boxing is that? Wasn't Hank Lundy, didn't you say that was your fighter? If it ain't your fighter, that means you lied to me. Hank Lundy ended up being suspended for leaving Red Boxing International, whatever the promotion was in the state of Nevada, on a fight card to go with the BLK Prime to face Adrian Broner. Now peep this out. These same people like Martell was whining about Terrence Crawford up and leaving a negotiation that they knew nothing about, didn't have no documentation, no contract or anything. He's talking about the business of boxing, but yet they was criticizing and insulting and sitting up here defaming Crawford's name. But this man sat up here and told me that Hank Lundy was your fighter, and he left at that time to go over there to try to get the bag with Adrian Broner. What type of business is that, brother? What type of business are you running? How did that work out for Lundy? Didn't he get suspended? When they found out he was over there, they made some phone calls to the commission. No, that ain't happening. Did you not, or did you underestimate the Nevada State Athletic Commission and who's actually on that commission to make that phone call? You think you was gonna say, oh man, just put on a cap or something and do an interview, and you're gonna be able to go over here to Atlanta and face Adrian Broner down in the A, and the Nevada State Athletic Commission is gonna let that shit slide? People, I'm telling you, these cats be capping, man. Like I said, I never even got personal about anything in his personal life, but what I heard today, I'm like, bro, your closet isn't empty. You're telling me I'm a fan. You acting like I'm desperate to know who you are, bro. It ain't difficult, bro. Martell Brown, right? It's not difficult, right? You want to bring up, you got my contact information. Tell the people, did you not advise Hank Lundy to relocate, leave that card, and go over there to BLK to fight Broner because it was bigger pay and he ended up being sat down? Was that your doing or somebody else? Because God knows I'm not lying. God knows I'm not lying. God knows I'm not lying, brother. You talking about I was sneak dissing, you know. I let it be known. I listen to other people's shit and I do a reaction. What is that sneak dissing? I'm not sneak dissing you, bro. If you saying some bullshit, you saying some bullshit, period, dog. Don't take it to heart. But I see where it's at, bro. I see where you at with it. You're willing to go through the extreme and don't think somebody else will go to the extreme to do the same thing to you. You think that a grown man, right, all of a sudden has racial undertones when y'all sit up here and talk cash shit about Bud Crawford. Y'all sit up here and talk cash shit about other content creators that are black. Cash money shit, right? But when Rick Glaser does it, the same black man who's talking that same cash shit to another black man is all of a sudden a victim from a white man. And he's coming up with 20 different scenarios on how that white man was talking to him with racial undertones. And he's giving you these outlandish fucking scenarios that deal with current events. Oh, would y'all let a cop do that? What, you went through some experiences? You went through some experiences over there, so you want everybody else to join your experience? That's what it is. That's what you want to do. You want everybody else to join your experience when it comes to law enforcement. Like every law enforcement is like Philadelphia enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Every enforcement isn't the same. But the mere fact that you brought that up as a reference to get people hyped up is a perfect example of how we can all fail at once. For real. I hope too many black people are not sitting up here believing this BS, this nonsense, this calumny, Gallimateus. It doesn't make sense at the end of the day. This man is on a tangent talking about Rick Glaser was trying to single out minorities. Minorities, y'all. Minorities now. He's trying to change it up and say Rick Glaser felt it was okay to single out minorities. He said, look, this is a grown-ass man, Martell. He's acting like he's a young boy now. You a grown man, not a young boy. Because I've heard worse on the YTC. Maybe you haven't been around here long enough, but I've heard worse. And you take what Rick Glaser said, and it hurts your feelings. And you all of a sudden is coming up here, oh, man, you wouldn't want no white man saying this. Oh, man, that's so pathetic, bro. Have we not grown as a people? Glaser only responded to your antagonizing habits. That's what you was on today. You kept spinning it and spinning it and spinning it and spinning it. That's what you wanted to happen. You wanted to keep on spinning and spinning and not give this man credit. He kept on being cordial. And you kept on poking, antagonizing. And guess what happened? He told you some shit, you weren't paying attention. He said, not the opponents. And you say, name two fighters. You was dead ass wrong. You made yourself look stupid, bro. Absolutely stupid. He said content creators ain't giving me credit for what I say and what I do, but I don't want any credit. Man, he definitely want credit. True Me Today USA Boxing. What's going on, Coach? How you feeling, bro? Coach Malachi in the building. Pocket Pete said Martell is a Crawford hater. Martell, that's his name, man. He want to grab his phone and show people he got my number. What kind of shit is that? Are we dealing with adults? Who does that shit? Oh, look at this. Look at the phone, y'all. Look at this right here. I got a contact that I could have wrote World Combat Sports in now. I ain't gonna show you his number now, but that's a World Combat Sports, right? Look, that's Marty's phone with my brand in there. You know what I'm saying? But he's referring to me as Scotty. Which one is it? Is it World Combat Sports? And why did you spell it out? You wanted to goddamn give the visual to the people. Look, just so I used to say I'm not goddamn lying. This World Combat Sports right here. The one that I try to say that was goddamn Sambo dancing. Yeah, that's him right there. World Combat Sports, not WCS. You know you can goddamn put an acronym as your own contacts on your own phone, son. I'm sounding like Morgan Freeman on Lean On Me. Come on, son. You're better than that. I teach you to grow up and have some common sense. This dude is spelling World Combat Sports out fully. As a contact, man, come on, bro. I can't take that shit serious, man. It's sad only normal people can see straight through this dude. Man, look, that's why look. That's why I say the hottest chat in the game, the A side, because I don't have people in my chat like that. His people is goddamn blocking people, timing them out, all that. And he's gonna tell me that I was in his chat. Look, he's gonna try to insinuate I was in his chat, right? And I didn't click the link. He's up there with Rick Glaser, and I didn't click the link. What was I supposed to do? I'm listening to you, brother. I'm listening to you. When you did the reaction or something today, how many people did you have on your panel? If you didn't have nobody on the panel, what are you up here leading people on talking about? Oh man, he was in my chat watching. Have I not told people that I listen to other people? Have I not said that? Have I not said that if I learn something, I will give them credit for teaching me something? Have I not said? I'm not like you, Martell. You don't give credit to nobody. You want to think that your management sticker, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is, a management super sticker, because you cannot produce inventory of any fighter. Furthermore, who would advise Lundy to leave a fight card in Vegas and go down here to Atlanta to fight Broner because it's more money and get that man put on timeout? They suspended that man. They red flagged him. He had to go through all that rigmarole to get back in the ring, son. Were you the one that's responsible for that, brother? Come on, tell the people. The people want to know now. The people want to know now. You want to say I'm a fan? You want to say I'm a fan? I ain't cussed at you once. You want to say I'm a fan, right? You want to say I'm a fan, Martell Brown. He's no manager, Marty. Produce inventory. People tired of hearing this damn scripture that you talking. Rick Glaser exposed you. You've been searching high and low for this dude. He comes right in your front yard. And he goddamn gives you the business. He educates you. You do a live talking about, oh, he was wrong. But let's say you was right about everything during the debate. It still lands you in the same place as you were today. It's going to land you tomorrow. You know what that's going to be? Right there in your room in front of the camera. None of y'all niggas goddamn got a freaking office space. None of y'all are at the fights all the time, credentialed, approved. You're not coming to the fights. You talking about all this management. Y'all be in the stands looking at the fight. Look, if you're lucky enough to have a B-side fighter, cool. But y'all ain't attending fights like that. You got catalogs of freaking live streams that you're doing all on Bud Crawford. And he still whooped Spence ass in front of you when you was there in Vegas. Still. You thought that was going to be y'all coming out? You was going to be there. Hey, man, we all going to go to Vegas. We planned this and everybody jumped together and kudo, hooda. And then goddamn Bud Crawford said, yeah, little do you know, all that bullshit y'all been talking to me, I feel even better than I thought I was. Ain't that what he said on freaking Breakfast Club? I took everything people were saying about me and uses as motivation. And like I told you before, when I was watching this fight and I seen the lives, I seen the people that was on deck, I say, yeah, they get to see this firsthand. And you know what? Not only did we get to see Bud Crawford go in there and become undisputed, we seen Rick Glaser go up here and goddamn catch a body. We seen Rick Glaser go up here and catch a body, y'all. He look, somebody need to tell Marty, this ain't all about talking about management and the same stale, dried up information. No. Rick Glaser called a body today. He called a body. You know what I'm saying? PBC, if you the advocate for PBC, man, y'all need some help. Y'all need some help, goddammit. Real talk, y'all need some help. Because all this, oh, I'm the manager. I know so much about management. People get sick and tired of hearing that. Now they want to see proof. They want to see the inventory. It's no secret. It's not a law. It's not a secret. Produce inventory, Martell. Produce inventory. We don't want to hear any other stuff. We want inventory. We don't want to hear the numbers unless it's the inventory numbers of the fighters that signed to you right now. Because all the other damn big time managers, you know so much. You say, I'm here to educate. Why can't you go out here and get more fighters and get them paid and get them feeling good about themselves, having generational wealth? Because you say these veteran fighters, they're left with nothing. Nobody knows them when they come in the room and all this other stuff. Well, where's your inventory? Where's your video? I can get with my guy Shaw News. We can goddamn potentially do some media for you. You know what I'm saying? When is your first meeting? What's your schedule look like? When's your first meeting? We want to make sure we're able to get full-blown 4K footage of Martell stepping out and bringing fighters new pay, high pay, per the economic standard. He's going to break the barrier. He's going to come up here and he's going to get them paid, y'all. When is the first town meeting? I need to know. When is the first town meeting? We are tired of all this stuff you've been talking. Nobody wants to hear all the intricacies and perspectives and education. No, we want to see the action. Where are your fighters? Who are you teaching? Where are you getting all this money from? Who's paying you? What promotion are you under? What promotion? I want to see receipts, inventory, not all this other shit you talking. What's going on? The Mac Mob on deck, man. I see you. What's good with it, B-Mac? Smoke Session Sports and Entertainment. Salute to you. Shout out to Andrew Charles, man, with a $10 super chat. WCS, I appreciate that, Andrew, for the support. Real talk. Appreciate you, big dog. I'm just going through, trying to clean up some stuff because, people want to act like they innocent. But let me tell you this. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing what happened today. A grown man just had a simple argument. It's been worse arguments. Look, it's been worse arguments between black content creators. And nobody was up here crying race. Nobody was up here crying race. I done seen Martell on other people's panels because he didn't like so-and-so. I seen him doing lives on Blue Blood Sports talking about him. I didn't see Blue Blood run to the freaking law enforcement. Yeah, I want to goddamn file a complaint on Marty. Yeah, that's his YouTube name. His government name is Martell Brown. Yeah. I want to remain anonymous. Anonymous. Yeah. Anonymous. Yeah. You sure it's gonna be anonymous now? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You know how many black content creators, other black content creators has had arguments and disputes and disagreements, but something's not right with you, Martell. For you to go on a tirade like you did today, talking about I'm advocating for a white man. Who are you to tell me how to live life, bro? You have white people in your chat and you're trying to pretend like you this pro-black empowered soldier. What are you, a black extremist too? How the hell you want to come off with some racial ass shit like that, bro? You trying to tell me that bringing Rick Glacier's wife into this whole situation is proving to the people that you can't even have a damn intense conversation with somebody just because you're not able to sit up here and antagonize them, humiliate them, poke fun at them, just because you cannot continue to get that in rotation. You're going to call racial undertones. It was racial. Rick Glacier's racial. How pathetic are you, brother? Now, straight up and down, I don't have respect for you. I don't have respect for you. And if you get mad of me not having respect for you, then so be it. It's all good. It's all good, brother. I can't respect no shit like that. I can stand on some real shit that somebody's being discriminated against. I can stand on that. being from the South. I can stand on that shit all day, every day, brother. But I'm not going to take a situation where we have debates on here all the time. I done heard all the channels, myself, B-Mac in the building. I heard him have his debates. I done had all these guys out here. Blue Blood, BF, you, Drew Blood. All these freaking channels that's out here. Skid Mark. It's all these freaking channels. Look, Free Smoke Friday, Black and Brown. Do you know how many people was over there in the AM goddamn turning up? And you up here talking about a one-on-one with Rick Glaser, who your stupidity, you've been searching for this dude. Your stupidity, you've been searching for him. He comes and accommodates you, and he slams the door in your face because you're trying to freaking antagonize the dude, and you say it was racial. Man, that's some wet, fat lips right there. Fat lips. Wet down a motherfucker, dog. That shit was straight up and down pussy, dog. Real talk. Hell no, bro. All the debates unseen and heard over here on the YTC, and you pick Rick Glaser for you to bow out and go on a tangent about white cops? Would you allow a white cop to talk to you? That's just like you having anything wrong with you in life. And you use a white person as a reference. Would you let a white person cut you off when they was walking in the grocery store? What would you do? Would you let a white person in front of you in the line, and it was two lines, and you was in the right and she went in the left, but yet you got there first? Would you let them do that? Huh? You in the parking lot walking to the grocery store, a white person cut you off and didn't touch you. You wouldn't say they was trying to disrespect you. I was headed to the store first. If they didn't use their blinker when they was changing lanes and you blew the horn, would you let a white person you wouldn't get their tag and call the police? Man, come on, bro. This shit is incredible, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. That is the weakest shit I've seen in 2023 to date. The weakest shit. I swear. For a black man to be on a tangent about Rick Glaser being racial and try to add minorities in here, and you're trying to say Rick Glaser don't care about boxers getting paid, and you up here talking about some economic standard. Nigga, when does boxers get minimum wage? How do you know what every promoter is paying every boxer? You have no freaking insight as to the contracts that are placed by these damn promoters and what the manager is negotiating. And you're talking about the economic standard to Rick? This is the dumbest shit ever. You're trying to talk about the economic standard. Nigga, something ain't right. Something ain't right, dog. Y'all, something ain't right, bro. Martell, no, hell no. Y'all do me a favor and hit that like button. I only have 64 likes in here. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Come on now. Come on, man. This hot grease, man. I'm putting y'all on to the reality. You know, people want to talk about, I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, the whole time Rick was cooking him, he came out and guess what? Flicking his head to the side. What are you talking about? Guess what? He just threw a fact your way. Guess what? What you talking about? Guess what? Correct him if he's wrong. He can't correct him. And when Rick gave him a fully loaded hollow point, he just said, okay, all right, you're right. I agree with that. You got cooked. That was homicide, man. Just face the fact. Rick Glaser, he didn't hesitate with the responses. He gave you everything you was asking for. And when it was time for him to leave because you wasn't listening, name two. Didn't I just say I wasn't talking about the opponents? I was talking about fight dates. Name two. Oh my God. Crawford fought 2 times a year up until 2019. 2020 was COVID lockdown. That's why Crawford turned down the dates. Hey, man. Hey, Rockman. Appreciate you, big dog. Facts on facts in the chat. Appreciate you. That's why I say the hottest chat in the game, man. These cats be dropping education. I'm not above reproach. I'm not above it. If I'm learning something and they have access to their PCs and they bring up something like this to basically coincide with what I'm talking about, that's what I'm saying. Education. Put the freaking the comment up there so those who's hitting the replay can see this shit, bro. We're in 2023, the mid-year 2023. And we know COVID, it took us down to 21 to try to get this shit. You know damn well that Crawford wouldn't have made no money, no type of damn credit for fighting in Danny Garcia's slot when fighting Spence. He wouldn't have got no credit. What money could they have made? And we was trying to recover it. Man, come on, bro. Shout out to Rachel on deck. He brought up race today. Man, I'm not even worried about what's inside his house. I'm worried about the external layer, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I'm saying? You went on an entire tangent about Rick Glaser, who asked you two freaking questions, y'all, especially my people. He asked this man, are you fucking stupid? And are you a clown? He didn't drop the N-word. He didn't do any of that shit. And this dude cries. He cries and come back and go on this whole freaking retarded tirade talking about he had racial undertones. Just like when he say the people, I'm telling you, bro, this schizophrenic, man, this shit ain't, look, y'all, I'm telling you, this shit is real. When he talk about the people, shit that we don't even know, have no identity. He want to talk about manager. He don't have no inventory. He talking about, I'm a fan of you. You broke bread with me, nigga. I picked up the tab. I left. I had to go pick my son up. I told you that. I told everybody at the table. But you gonna tell them some hoe ass shit talking about, oh, he act like he don't know me. I didn't act like I didn't know you. Just like you didn't want to mention my name, I said that guy, and look how much it irritated you. But you didn't tell them I picked up the tab that was over $100. You didn't tell them that. No, brother. You didn't tell them about my hospitality. You're coming off as being a grimy one. You want to say we broke bread and show pictures and shit like that, but you didn't say I got the tab though, bro. You didn't say I show hospitality. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Man, when Marty turned to the super boxing Philly street nigga, well, boy, now when you get personal, you lost the debate. That's what I'm talking about, Larry. Real talk, man. Real talk, man. Y'all gotta listen to this shit, bro. Come on, was Rick wrong for stepping out? No, he wasn't wrong. He's a grown freaking man. He's a grown freaking man, dog.
We had a good thing going on right now.
Look at him.
The viewership is here. Everybody's here. The chat, you know, is engaging. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's because Rick Glaser, wife is black, or he's close with the black community. I don't know if he think, you know what I mean, he can, you know, be comfortable to, he's close with the black community. Rick Glaser, wife is black, or he's close with the, because Rick Glaser, wife is black, or he's close with the black community. I don't know if he think, you know what I mean, he can.
That is pathetic. Real talk. Even black people, my people will shake their fucking head and say, man, come on. You have to be freaking kidding me, dog. You goddamn call yourself a strong black man and you have a social media clash with a guy and he leaves and you better run, and you call the man up. You called him up after that. Look, y'all. Look, y'all. He texted me. No, he turned down. He denied the phone call. It's on your phone. If you want to goddamn send a message, they have 4 defaults there, and or you can write your own message. I'll call you back. See, y'all, he don't want to pick up the phone. Why would he want to pick up the phone, dude? Are you delirious? Why would he pick up the phone and you're on live? He sees you on live now. He sees you on live and you're calling him up. I'm going to call him up. I'm going to call him up. Man, that is some rookie type shit. That is a black man right there. I don't know what type of damn lessons that you've been taught in life about your history. Something, real talk. There's some mental sparring going on here. I'm serious, man. And look, you can talk to who you want to talk to with that BS. I'm telling you straight up and down. You saying I'm a fan? Okay, this fan wants to know your inventory. This fan want to know who's signing you. This fan wants you to do a live about Hank Lundy's situation when he left the fight card to go over there and say he had a cut over there at BLK Prime. You told me that. That don't have nothing to do with Hank Lundy. That has something to do with me and you. You told me that. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? You told me that. That ain't some personal shit. This you up here talking about your business as a manager. Y'all up here talking about the economic standard. Well, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Can you change the economic standard? Are you one being the pioneer, the trendsetter, who's going to create these groups and organizations for what? To get better pay for the fighters? What are you doing? Are you the one? I need to know if you're the one, though, because we really need to start checking out the calendar. Can you post your calendar dates when you're going to start having these meetings? If you're not going to have a meeting for the fighters, you need to find another freaking topic of discussion, because you ain't doing nothing but just continue to talk about the same stuff. I know the business and keep saying the same thing. Oh, the crowd was engaged. The anchorship, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. We're not on a typewriter no more. We're not on a typewriter, bro. We in 2023. We don't have dial-up connection no more, man. We're not working off 26 megabyte bandwidth, dog. We're not having cassette tapes, bro. We're not pressing rewind. Let me rewind. Shit, god damn. Okay, shit. Let me see. That's about right there. Let me hit play. Oh shit, that's not right. Let me hit fast forward. We're not working with cassette tapes, bro. We're not working with cassette tapes. This is the tech era. This is 2023, and you continue to say the same thing over and over again. And you said all these guess what's, and Rick turned around and left the building. It was wrong of you, brother, to go up here on a racial tirade today and try to bring this man's wife into it, because you seem like you mad that you can't get his wife. His wife might look attractive to you, and you mad she ain't with you, that you may not be able to pull a woman of her stature. That's what that is. You seem like you mad, brother. That Rick Glaser, white man, sitting up there with a black sister. You seem like you jealous of that man. Who was going to bring this person? Shouldn't you be worried about your family? Shouldn't you be worried about your family, dog? His wife wasn't even on the live. She wasn't saying nothing to you. She's a very respectable lady. I've talked to Rick Glaser and his wife at the same time. We've had conversations, joked around. She didn't deserve that shit, bro. Real talk there, Martell. She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve hearing you go on a freaking tirade about racism and you using her as a punchline. You want to say, oh, yeah, he got him a black woman, so he think he can talk to a brother like that. What type of freaking universe you stand in? What kind of empty shoebox you was grew up in, dog? What the fuck are you talking about? You need to goddamn clean up your chat then. You need to go up there and tell people in your chat, hey, if you ain't white, you need to leave. I mean, no. Let me see who giving me the most true super chats. I need to do my analytics. Let me see, white. Oh, you put it. If you're white, put a W in the chat, and if you're black, put a B in the chat. Now I gotta narrow this shit down now, because we getting the viewership we need, and we want to talk about the business, the intricacies of freaking we, not the white people. Okay, so if you're white, I need for you to leave my chat immediately and never return again. All right? Because I want to make sure I'm all about civil rights. I want to look out for black people so they won't have to be subjected to Rick Glaser's. You know what I'm saying? Rick Glaser might be up here and there may be some of his friends. Have you ever heard some shit? This man is going around bringing law enforcement in and talking about, hey, if a white cop said that to you, well, what would you do? Would you let a white cop talk to you? He tried to say a brother like me was dancing for Rick. This brother saying pretty much he don't have any white friends and he ain't signing no white fighters. You know what I'm saying? He don't have any white friends and he ain't signing no white fighters, dog. That's what I'm getting from Martell. That's what I'm getting from him, bro. You better leave Rick. That's what you better do. Oh, you better leave. That's what you better do. I know where you stay. What? Oh my God. Do we not see brothers being locked up every day for making threats? You think you're going and tell Rick online, I know where you at. I come up there. What? Lil John, what? What? Lil John, what? Look, dude, seriously? You gonna threaten this man? I'll come up there. Dude, man, what are you? Oh my God, bro. I know where you at in New York. I'll pull up on you and we can talk face to face. That way nobody can run off. Oh my God, dog. Nigga gonna pull up and hold Rick hostage for a lot. Oh my God, dog. Blunts, you writing that shit, man. It makes it worse, man. Real talk. I can't handle it, bro. I can't handle one of my people straying like this off ignorance and stupidity. Just dumbfounded, bro. Just dumbfounded, man. This shit is just dumb. Oh man, it's just it's so, like, when you really think about how small this shit is to how my people have blew situations up without coming to a peaceful agreement. How we have ended it all, not coming to a peaceful agreement. And this is a perfect example how someone's taking social media and bringing someone's entire family in there. And if you was to do that to their family, they want to talk about, oh, I'll die for mine. I'll die for real. I'm pretty sure you can die going up there and trying to find Rick Glaser at his house on some goddamn rah-rah shit. I'm pretty sure anything he does after that would be self-defense. And people will be talking about you on here. Hey, man, I didn't think he was going to do it. But he went up there and man, Rick, I don't know the details. I got to watch the news. Who's going to put this shit out online and actually go through? People need to stop threatening people online over social media shit, man, especially when you're dead ass wrong. You're dead ass wrong, man. You came up with 1,000 scenarios on racism when you're the one that's being a racist, nigga. You're the one who's being a racist. Marty knows controversy sell. He will buck dance and make a fool of himself for views. For real, dog. You try to say I was buck dancing for freaking Rick Glaser. Man, get the fuck out of here. You go on a crybaby tangent talking about, oh man, Rick did this, Rick did that, the racial undertones. There wasn't no fucking racial undertones. He told you man to man, the shit you doing is stupid. One thing I learned a long time ago is that you never go in debate thinking you know more than the other person. Hey man, but Rick been around the game for a long time. It's information that he's told me that I didn't know. And I told him, okay, I didn't know that. It's for my toolbox. Just like Martell gave me information for my toolbox. I told that man, and he gonna play. Look, he's gonna play audio as if I'm gonna digress from it. No, I gave you your credit back then on information that you gave me on the management side, but outside the management, I don't think your scope is where it should be at the end of the day. That's why you stick to what works for you. And look, Rick exposed every layer of that today, that you still have work to do. So if you were smart, you would go back and hit the replay and take notes like I did when you was telling me about information to the management business, right? You should lower and humble yourself and pick up a pen and take notes, or type a freaking text doc and listen to what Rick was telling you today, because he was spot on with a lot of stuff, right? Every corner you tried to turn, he was right there. Boom. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. Alex, I'll take incorrect for 500. When someone gives you some information and it's not true, what is it? Beep. Incorrect. Correct. Go ahead. You're next. Alex, I'd like to take incorrect for 1,000. When someone says it was racial and they was the instigator, what is it really? At the end of the day, if someone throws the race card out there and they're bringing race into it, what do you call that? Bang. Incorrect. Awesome. You're on a roll. Go ahead. Incorrect for 2,000, Alex. Come on, man. This bullshit, dog. Rick listened to the voicemail like, what the fuck are you talking about? Man, I'm telling you, man, that was the dumbest shit ever. And he had the audacity to think you're doing justice to me by playing audio and showing the freaking us breaking bread when I paid for the tab. I showed you hospitality like a real one. You know what I'm saying? You the one hit me up when you got down here. I didn't know you was coming down here. You hit me up. You didn't tell your listeners that. You didn't tell how much of a stand-up dude I was and got the bill, and y'all was still there eating when I left. I paid the whole bill and left. He called a nigga on mute and then cut the camera on and called again to talk tough. Oh my God. Then he said, oh, well, I'm gonna cut the camera off, and then came back on camera and then want to leave a message. No, bro, you played yourself, man. Like, so you played yourself. You played yourself, bro. Marty trying to come on to 3 to compete with True Media. Man, ain't no competition, bro. It ain't no competition. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no competition. This Coach Malachi got phone lines. You know what I'm saying? He got knowledge, different topics. You know what I'm saying? He got his chat there to be engaging. It ain't no competition. Don't nobody want to hear the same information. He come on at 3 o'clock all he want. What is it gonna do? It ain't gonna do a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You got multitasking vice. Someone just what do you do in this situation? What do you do when it comes to the business, the intricacies and perspectives and educate? Don't nobody want to hear that. You're talking to adults, bro. Unless you're gonna sing a hook and serenade your chat, and they say, damn, that motherfucker insane, dog. He should be on stage. If you're not goddamn keeping people conscious and telling them some shit they never seen before or never heard before, man, they're gonna get tired of that shit, bro. 5 minutes with the cam off trying to call. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why you cut the camera off trying to call, dog? That shit kept going to voicemail. And he said, okay, he's just trying to go to voicemail. Let me cut the camera back on and call him. Hey, dude. Hey, man. No, man. No. Man, play it yourself, man. Play yourself. That wasn't no debate. He admitted today he was trying to set traps and get him to say certain shit disguised as a debate. You don't play with another grown ass man like that. That's pitiful, man. And you know what? I didn't even look at to his live all the way today. I ain't hear him say that, and I figured that shit out. Use them poking the bear over and over again, man. Trying to humiliate the man, trying to make him look stupid. You got what you got. Every time he told you something correct, you say, guess what? Or guess what? Or guess what? Man, the gig is up, bro. The gig is up. All that manager shit and people praising you for that, them some idiots too. You know why? Because they should have asked for your inventory, asked for your credentials. Don't nobody want to see no balled up ass license and no old ass license. Bro, what's your inventory of fighters? Who are you giving advice to? Who are you advising? Who's listening to you, first of all? You talking about being in suits and all that. Okay, cool. You can wear a suit and go to a fight. Cool. Who are you advising? What's the pay stubs looking like? $29.99? You know what I'm saying? What's your inventory of fighters? I don't need no inventory of fighters. I don't want that shit. Hell yeah, Rick was a savage, bro. And I'm having him on the show tomorrow. Matter of fact, let me text him right quick and ask him what time he wanna, cause I can hit Rick up when I'm on live. You know what I'm saying? Let me say, what time you want to come on the show tomorrow, Rick? Let's see. Oh, we gonna get lit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna turn up tomorrow, man. I'm gonna let Rick talk his shit. I'm gonna ask all those leading questions, and it's not gonna be all about that dude either. If you think I'm doing a whole live on you, no way, no how, brother. No way, no how. You that important to me? Hell no. Hell to the no. I can say for a fact that Rick Glaciers correctly reported Wilder's pay-per-view numbers weeks before Dan Raphael, and all of them came out with the numbers, and he was spot on. Hey, I think yesterday didn't have, when it came to the numbers, it wasn't so much the pay-per-view numbers. Blunts, I get what you're saying. You're right? You're right. But the numbers that he was supposed to inquire about, he said, since you know so much about PBC, why don't you go work for him? You know what I'm saying? If you know so much about him, why don't you go work for him? That's a person that's sour, bitter, and a person is hot on their ass. Rick was swinging them serrated blades, them two-sided blades up in there. You know what I'm saying? He came in there with them jackhammers, them chainsaws. I mean, goddamn, dude. Martell think he's going to interrogate you like the police and make a spectacle out of you for his chat. Yep. He set a trap, and I violated him because he's a world-class clown. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I remember one of the times you was over there. How can you go over there and call a debate and you just want to ask questions? How's it a debate? You just want to ask questions. Rick exposed you. You was asking him the questions, and he was right on that ass, boy. He was right there. Bam. Cutting the corner. Bam. Gone. Bam. Another one. Bam. Another one. I mean, he was juking. Juking on the nigga, man. Juking him. Come on, man. Martell, you got exposed big time, man. That shit is up. Man, I'm not deterring your listeners. They can do what they want to do if they want to listen. But man, people like me want to see your inventory. I want to see some type of documentation. I want to know why you told me what you said about Hank Lundy. You know what I'm saying? Leaving Nevada and trying to go down here to Atlanta like Nevada wasn't gonna be able to make a phone call. When he pop up on the card in the box wreck and people say, hey, man, Lundy on the card with Adrian? That ain't going to fly. Boom. Red flag his ass, suspended. Man, God damn, I don't have shit against Lundy now. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is you said that was your fighter on the low. You said either one, you was telling the truth, either two, you was lying. Which one is it? Marty said, no disrespect, but then disrespect Glacier. The very next sentence, give respect and you get respect. 2 words, man. He was playing with him. You know what I'm saying, Mac Mob? He was playing with him, bro. He was playing with him. That's all he was doing. He wanted to continue to play with him and humiliate him. And he up here crying to the people tomorrow. Oh, you don't humiliate me. That's soft. You don't humiliate me when I'm trying to humiliate you. I'm the humiliator. Come on. What kind of dumb shit is that, bro? Jones on deck. I see you, man. What's good with it? Come on, man. No. Hell to the no. Y'all, please don't follow that route. Please don't follow that. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. No manager name. Hey, man, where's the website at? Where's the website where we can check out the inventory and see your list of inventory? You're just faking the funk, man. Truth be told, you talking about I'm up here dancing and you want to let everybody know that it's all about a showboating with you. Like, let me stick in the manager perspective. Bro, we need more than that. Fighters, how are you contributing to the sport if you want to talk about economic standards? How are you getting fighters paid more? Who have you gotten paid more? You talked about one fighter. You want to talk about one fighter that said, hey, that fighter that I was just said he didn't get paid what he was just due. He only got paid half of that. And I told him sit right there, and I went up there and I got my fighter paid. One fighter? Uno? Itchy? What? One? You trying to tell me one fighter pay came up short and you went and got him his money? One? Man, you know how many times I see fighters who get paid less on the regional level than they were supposed to get? You know how many fighters I see this get paid, you know, and get ripped off based off what they was originally supposed to get? The original agreement all the time. And you telling me you got one fighter that came to you and he didn't get paid what he's supposed to, and you went up there and got his money? Come on, man. Come on already, bro. Damn, dog. Come on. You know, just as the same dude who has Harvey Doc that's supposed to be a guy he knows, and he's up here asking him prevaricated question with malicious intent and asking him, what did you see? Did you see anything abnormal in the dressing room? When you're seeing, did you see anything abnormal in the ring? Did you see this? Did you just happen to feel his glove? No, I'm wondering, Martell, why do you didn't ask Harvey Doc about the indentations that you're reporting on your channel? I can't respect you for that shit as a content creator, brother. You up here talking about Spence has dents in his head, and you didn't ask Harvey Doc, did he see any abnormalities on the head area? You did not ask Harvey Doc, the third man in the ring. Harvey. Oh, no. You call him Harv. What kind of shit is that? Harv. What kind of brother you know named Harv? Hey, Harv. I asked you, did you see any abnormalities from outside the ring and inside the ring 100 times? I just have one more question for you. I've been reporting that there was dents in Errol Spence's head. Did you happen to see the punch that landed that them dents possibly could? Huh? What are you talking about? I told you what? You say you brought him in the ring. You had concerns. And you brought the physician in the ring in round 5. Was that because you saw dents? Why you didn't propose that question then, Martell? Why you didn't ask Harv about the dents that you're reporting on that's in Spence's head to say that Terrence Crawford was cheating on drugs, had loaded gloves? The absurdity for you to run racing here, and you're trying to cause another black fighter. You're trying to portray him as being a cheater. The absurdity, man. Like, you don't have no self-respect doing some shit like that. Y'all sit up there and ran Crawford's name through the mud. You and all them other channels. And you up here crying racism when you fucking off on another black man's life, where his kids can sit up here and view this shit you doing. You up here making videos talking about this man may potentially be on this and how he looked that and making up all these excuses and trying to accuse the man of having loaded gloves and then asking loaded questions to the third man in the ring. I can tell you right now, bro, you don't respect the sport. You don't respect the sport because you kept on asking, what is your responsibilities as a referee? When you walk in, and when do you walk into the dressing room? And did you see any abnormalities in there? No, I didn't see any abnormalities. And when he was walking to the ring, did you see any abnormalities? And then people in the chat trying to leave where his eyes look glossy and weak. He looks sick. What? So are you saying Spence was high or was he sick? When somebody's eyes look glossy, does that mean they're sick? Did anyone y'all take blood tests when he was on his way to the ring? Okay, Spence, slow it down. I'm gonna get this vein right quick. Let me get this vein right here. We almost there. Okay, you gonna feel a pinch? Yeah. Go ahead, keep walking. I'm gonna take this blood. There we go. Good. Almost finished. Okay, great. Enjoy your fight, buddy. I'm gonna go back here and test this. Do you actually think that's how it works? You asked Harvey Doc several loaded questions, and you went back to say, did you see this in Spence? Did you think he was weight drained? All these freaking excuses. But ultimately, WCS will tell you this, they're Martell, nothing you're going to continue to put out from 2022 to now, you know what I'm saying, is going to change the register. The register will always say 40 victories and 0 defeats on July 29th. That's what it would say. So you can continue to sit up here and defame this man's character, talk all these lies on another black man that you don't know. And this is the person who says he's a manager, but he's participating in railroading Crawford's credibility as a fighter on social media. What kind of manager takes that much time to get with other channels and go on pushing false ass narratives, bro? Smear campaigns against other black men, but he's gonna cry because Rick Glaser walked out the building. You want to cry on fucking race, bro? That's weakness. That's weak. See, when black men do shit like that, man, they don't respect themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lack of respect. You don't respect yourself. It's no way in hell you're going to convince people that you respect yourself. No way. Because you're up here crying foul and you kept on fucking with him. Talking about the dupe. You know, dude, you ain't talking to no kid, bro. You acting retarded. You're acting fucking retarded. You're doing shit like you got autism or something. Like you're doing that to a grown ass man, and you act like there's no repercussions. The repercussions is asking you a simple freaking pair of questions. Are you fucking stupid? Are you a clown? If you was not either of the two, you should have replied no to both. What none of them brainwashed Spence fans tell chat say Rick cooked this nigga. Rick was in boxing. Martell was get locked up for being a man. I swear, man, that shit was crazy, man. Gertz on deck. I see you. What's good? It's sad but true. Carlos said he managed the Checkers in North Philly. Damn. This dude crying racism. He was poking the bear, bro. Y'all already know, man. Shout out Martin King Boxing in the building, man. What it do, Ron? How you feeling, bro? What's good with you? But man, y'all hold it down, man. Yeah, man, past my 2 hour mark, man. Continue to stay intelligent, the hottest chat in the game, A-Side official. That's what we are. We don't put up with no nonsense like that, man. Look, one thing I know about this chat, they would not allow me to get away with some bullshit like that. I know for a fact people be like, dude, you tripping. You are absolutely out your mind, bro. Look, what you got going on, man? You talking some nonsense. But man, y'all already know what it is, man. Continue to tune in, man. Big salute to the hottest chat in the game. We'll do it again. I'm out. Peace.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.